Welp, here we are on YouTube, Brian. How are you doing today?
Doing good, Nathan. How are you?
Doing good, just great, actually. And I'm very excited, actually, for Queen. Mostly because
Sure.
I don't think either of us know any songs on this.
No, well, there's one song just by looking at the title. Now, maybe there'll be a song will come on, and you and I might go, "Oh, that's from this album," or something to that effect.
Right.
But that being said, there is one song. I don't know why I know it. The Seven Seas of Rye. I don't know. Is it the song that? No, that's not it. But I think I'm going to butcher it, but I think later when we get to it, it's the final song on the track, or sorry, the final track on the album. Something like Seven Seas of Rye. it's like the chorus is really fast on it. Anyways,
Okay.
I could be wrong, but I don't. It will be a song that when it plays, like, oh, I've heard this. I know I've heard it before, but right now I couldn't even tell you how it goes.
My question with Queen was this like a thing for Queen before Bohemian Rhapsody to do like the pictures of them all framed like that for their albums?
I thought. This is what confused me. So when Murdoch, this is a Patreon request, by the way. So yeah, Murdoch, one of our faithful patrons, of course, you use the album tier on our Patreon. If you'd like us to react and review an album of your choice, hit us up on Patreon and we'll do that for you. So this is Queen 2, obviously their second studio album released in 1974. But yeah, you look at the cover art. If I looked at that cover art, I might have told you, oh, Bohemian Rhapsody must be on this album.
Yeah. Because the video almost looks identical to that like style.
Well, Nathan, right here, look at this. Mick Rock's cover photograph was frequently reused by the band throughout its career, including the music videos for the songs Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, okay.
There you go. I just
Answered
read it
our
right
question.
there. Yeah, right there in front of my face. Okay.
Thank you, Google.
Yes, thank you. So when this was initially released, Nathan, Queen 2 had a mixed critical reception. It's considered to be, and still remains to this day, one of the band's lesser-known albums, but it has a cult following to this day, and I guess Murdoch is one of those people. And quick
leader?
research, the cult leader, yeah. And quick search here. So we're doing part 1 right now. This could be a two-parter, but the video will be released in one whole video. But side 1, part 1, it looks like the majority of the writing is Brian May on the first 4 tracks, then the drummer Roger Taylor for the 5th track.
Oh.
And then Roger sings that track too.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. And then Brian May sings track 4. So it's only Freddie Mercury that sings the first 3 tracks. Interesting. Or the lead vocals at the very least. But then on side 2, all songs are written by Freddie.
Ah.
So side 1 is Brian May, side 2 is Freddie. But as far as writers go, and then of course the majority of the vocals is led by Freddie. So I thought that was interesting, yeah.
I think you and I enjoy albums where the band is more involved rather than just like everyone goes their corners. Like that's a good... Yeah.
Well, it's not the Freddie Mercury band. It is Queen. And I think they've always been that way. They're a very collaborative band, I think. So, yeah, but yeah, we don't know any... By the titles alone, the only song I think I've heard before for sure is The Seven Seas of Rye. But other than that, this will be very interesting to hear this 1974 production of Queen's second studio album. All right,
let's do it. Give it a shot.
Their sophomore effort, as they say.
Sophomore effort.
Yeah. This must be like the... What do you call it? The prelude intro or something?
The Procession.
Yeah. Oh. God save the Queen.
Yeah.
And King now. Sorry, King.
Yeah. Just come out
with
a new band called King.
I was going to say, this should be called King 2.
Charles the Third.
We'll just let it roll into the next song, of course. It's just... It does sound very like, kind of like Parliament type, procession,
Yeah. Yes, sir.
All right, there we go.
Okay.
So remember, Freddie's singing this song, but it's Brian May wrote it.
Okay.
This is like the Who a little bit there. A little bit of Who beginning.
Kind of, yep. subdued a little bit.
Yeah.
Sun to sun, and the voice is so clear, time after time, it keeps calling you love. Don't you saw what you see? Your country to be just rebuilding on the ground that's been won. Kings will be crowned.
Oh, kings will be crowned.
Yeah.
It's happening today at this recording.
Is he getting the crown like today?
I think it's today is the inauguration or whatever it's called.
Coronation.
Yeah, coronation, yeah.
What you hear us sing? A family song.
So they're already doing that chorus type singing, like the big Broadway production sound already, you know.
Is that too loud? I just turned it up.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Yeah, now let's distort it.
Take this letter that I give you.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Take it Sunday, hold it high. You won't understand a world that's in it. To write it all again before you die.
Garage rock, you know. It's like a heavy version of Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Nice. I like that. All right. Wow.
Borderline metal.
Yeah, no kidding. This is a lot heavier than I thought. Wow.
From father to son, funny, you don't hear a single word I say. But my letter to you will stay by your side through the years till the loneliness is gone. But the air you breathe, I live to be you. Father to son, father to son. Joy through the sound, blood goes around. Father to son.
Well, this kind of ending's been ripped off so much now. They hear this kind of ending is or sorry, Spire. that acoustic going too.
Yeah. Yep. Fade out the band.
Wow.
Goes around. Well, that'll be the truth when Charles dies. It will be father to son.
Yeah.
Man, lots to say about this. I would say like one of the I think we both said some of it while we were listening. It's
Right.
It's a bit of a shock to hear it. It's a little like, okay, so these are the roots of Queen. You know, like I didn't anticipate it being so heavy. The other thing that's interesting is the audio quality is actually is poor. Like we were kind of like suckers for the 70s sound, right? The like clear, like shag carpet, like really deep, easy. And it's almost like in the beginning of Queen, they didn't quite have that yet. I wonder if it's because they hadn't quite been discovered, right? Because I'm used to hearing Freddie Mercury's voice very clearly, the guitar is very clear, the like almost like very cleaned up sound of Queen, and I wonder if if that was re-recorded somehow, it would sound more like to the Queen that we're used to. Whereas this sounds like you said garage band, like almost like a garage rock sound. Yeah.
Yeah,
so it took me off guard. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I totally agree with you with the quote unquote production quality, but I love that it's very endearing. It's showing this early band before they became. I see the silhouette of a man.
Yeah.
You know, like this is kind of cool. It's not polished, and you're seeing early signs of what they would maybe become known for. You know, where their greatest hits, which you and I don't even know all their greatest hits. But I think I did own that 3-disc greatest hits, Queen 1, 2, and 3.
Yep.
But anyways, incredible song. Quick Google search there showed me that they actually did play this live, but they dropped it from their live set like shortly after 75, so they didn't do it very long. And I also heard it from one of our other comments in one of our Queen videos where somebody said that there's a lot of great, what was the name of the song that we did on the beach? Anyways, go check it out.
Yeah.
It's on our YouTube page. But people were, because we were like, oh wow, that's a song we didn't know, and people said that a lot of songs. There's a lot to discover with Queen that aren't quote unquote the greatest hits, and Queen fans know that, of course, because they're Queen fans, and you and I are peripheral Queen fans. Like I love their, Another One Bites the Dust and It's a Kind of Magic. I mean, there's some great songs on those greatest hits albums, but I guess like any band, there's cuts that don't make the quote unquote greatest hits that are incredible songs. So I'm really enjoying this. So I mean, that was a great song. But here's my fear. I've said this before. Did Freddie Mercury blow his load on this? On this song.
First song?
Yeah, because it's such a great song, that chords and the riffs, the changes, and I don't know. I get nervous, like how they're gonna not top this, but well, here we go. So, let's go next song. Let's see how it continues. Yeah.
Let's give it a listen, shall we?
You're gonna do accents on our channel now. Hey, White Queen. What a lot of royalty stuff going on here. Are they British?
What are you, an orc?
An English orc.
Smiling, dark eyes, so sad. Her eyes, as it began.
I mean, it's almost a terrible production.
Yeah.
But I find that endearing, like I said.
Uh-huh.
I mean, great vocals by Freddie, though. Still definitely has that Led Zeppelin influence.
I was just thinking that. Yeah.
Yeah, that fairyland, fantasy kaleidoscope. Nice.
But they're like that chorus. That's great.
No computers here, folks.
If anything, it's just showing they had oodles of talent
Oh, yeah.
long before they became famous.
The mother of the willow green, I call her name. Beneath her window have I stayed. I love the footsteps that she made, and when she came, White Queen, how my heart did ache and dry my lips. No word would break, so still I wait.
It's the
George Harrison, is that you? George? Wow. There's that tone of Brian May that we know.
My God is here, my darkest fear, I speak too late.
All right.
Is forevermore that away. Goodbye, no tears in my eyes, so sad it ends as it began.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Go ahead, Nathan.
I hate that. We always say we hate it when people are like, "Ooh, chills," but like I'm like listening to that, going like, "This is beautiful." Like this should be up there with the rest of the best of Queen, in my opinion.
This is weird. Why don't we know any of these songs?
Yeah, and like you saying earlier, like, "Oh, I hope they don't blow their load on the first song." Like to me, that song was better than the first one.
Why did you have to say it like that?
Oh, you thought I was making fun of you? I wasn't making fun of you. I'm saying like
yeah, let's just keep saying, I hope they don't blow the load. Their big fat load all over the place.
all I'm saying is like I was kind of on the same page with you, saying like maybe they put everything into the one song, and the rest are going to be kind of like meh. But that one was better. I don't know, my opinion. I thought that one was better.
Yeah, I hate comparing. This is the problem. I don't want to compare because it's a different song. There's a different flavor to this song. But
Absolutely.
I was totally, the first song I was surprised by the heavy metal or the darker, like, whoa, it's heavy guitar chords and but yeah, I love this kind of fantasy land kaleidoscope, like I was saying during the song that was being built, and this other world, following the journey of this queen. And then that it's a subtle, but it was a build-up song just right at the end, that crescendo that Freddie does and his vocal work. Again, the production quality, very endearing. It's hard to explain how, like you kind of hope the next album they have a better production, but at the same time, I'm glad they don't hear. I like that we hear this early Queen. They're still figuring out their sound. Brian May what I love about any kind of a really good guitarist, well, but Brian May, obviously a very good songwriter, a great guitar player, but he has his tone, which I love. You're already hearing his tone, like from Van Halen to whoever. You kind of know a guitarist by their tone. There's something, I don't know how they do it, but they tune their guitar in a certain way. Oh, that's Brian May.
Notes and the way that they play.
I don't know. I'm not a music guy or instrument guy, but I mean, somehow their guitar. I know he has that red guitar. I don't know what kind it is, but he's that's his guitar sound. And this is where it's just okay. Good stuff. I mean, this is great. All right, next song. What's this next one?
I like that one a lot. I don't know.
I like it a lot. Oh, the next one's called. Oh, this is like I guess it must be like a concept album, I presume.
Someday, one day.
Like a folky sound. Oh, Brian May sings this one, by the way.
Oh,
yeah. I've seen him live, by the way, Brian May.
Really?
Yeah, he opened for Guns N' Roses in '93 or '4. Paul McCartney sounding.
Now I think you hear me well, for now we both know how. No star can light our way in this cloud of dark and fear. But someday, one day.
You tell the song was written for Brian May vocal, if that makes sense. Like,
Funny how
range.
the pages turn and hold us in between. A misty castle waits for you, and you shall be a queen. Today the cloud it hangs over us, and all is gray. But someday, one day.
there's that Freddie backing vocal here. Yeah. I love that quiet background.
I can't think of another band that does choral backing like Queen
Not
does.
like this.
You know, they might harmonize, but
But the amount of overlay they must have done.
When I was you were me, we were very young. Together took us nearly there, the rest may not be sung. So still the cloud it hangs over us, and we're alone. But someday, one day, we'll come home.
This is the first song that Brian May sang lead vocals on.
oh,
I love how the guitar solos got a couple going on here at the same time. But it's quiet, but it's hard to explain. It's quiet but loud at the same time.
Yeah.
It's soft.
you got an acoustic.
Oh, another slow outro.
You got this like one in my right ear that's kind of doing
Yeah.
like subtle one, and then like the main in the left. It's really cool. That's a nice song.
Yeah, it was. Someday one day, maybe. This one definitely 70s. You can get the 70s.
yeah.
As far as Brian May, a nice singer, but this again, like nothing against Brian. It's just Freddie's Freddie. It's just crazy.
Sure.
But just to hear that juxtaposition between the Freddie-led vocals to Brian. But I liked it. It was nice. It was pleasant. It had that folksy. It was like a rock folk song, and definitely playing within Brian May's wheelhouse. But it was more about, it's a song. He's singing a song, but it wasn't a song showcasing vocal work. It's a song showcasing his guitar work. I think is what it was doing. A lot of guitar work going on there.
In a way, it's still a Queen song because of the Queen elements there, the chorus, the Brian May's guitar soloing, just missing Freddie's vocals, but it still felt like a Queen song in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. All right.
Yeah, it's not
Good
like
stuff.
Brian May's solo project or anything.
No. Oh yeah.
The loser in the end.
So I just want to say, I think Roger Taylor, the drummer, is singing here. So that's why, and this is his song. So that's why right away we get that big bombastic drum sound, because he's like, I am the artist of this song. It is a drum song. You drum.
I want a song.
So play that again. I just want to hear that. So Roger Taylor is the writer and lead vocals of the song.
It's a cool beat. It's a hard beat to follow.
Yeah.
Mama's got a problem. She don't know what to say. Her little baby boy is just left home today. She's got to be the loser in the end. She's got to be
Great bass line going on here.
Misuse her and you lose her as a friend.
Roger.
She's mom on whom you can always depend.
Got a bit of a rock voice.
She washed and fed, clothed and cared for nearly 20 years. All she gets is goodbye, Ma, and the night times for her tears. She's got to be the loser. Yeah. She's got to be the loser. Yeah. Misuse her and you lose her as a friend. She's mom on whom you could always depend. Well, here you're talking now.
Oh, the dirty rock song. Yeah. Blues rock now.
Yep.
It's like, I'm the drummer. This is my song. You'll hear my drum.
Just one mother's son. You get forgotten on the way if you don't let them have their fun. Get regrets. Just remember, it's not so long since you were young. You're bound to be the loser in the end. You're bound to be the loser in the end. They'll choose the new shoes, that's not for the band. Your mom, whom they can't always depend.
Every song has a long outro.
Yeah, it's Yeah, no, yeah, good call. Yeah.
Or 70s trend. So, okay, it's interesting. It's Roger Taylor's song, but what it really highlights for me, and I knew this, I knew that one of the big influences on one of my favorite guitarists of all time, Slash, is Brian May. And like, there's so much there that I would imagine Slash picked up on.
Oh, I'm sure he knew this. I'm sure he knew this album inside and out.
Yeah, because it feels very like Slash like some of the sounds there, like the like edginess of the guitar and that particular song just makes me think like Slash could have played that. Yeah. So I loved it. Yeah, very cool.
And we got word in our Discord chat. We'd like to welcome those who are listening to Discord that the red guitar that Brian May plays, his dad made for him.
Oh,
that's really cool.
No way.
Yeah, he's had that guitar forever. That thing has been. Yeah, that's his little guitar. I love it. So, yeah, that was a rocking song. Roger Taylor killed it. I mean, he was showing his rocking vocals, man. Like, I mean, again, not the Freddie Mercury range, but he definitely has that rock range. This guy can sing the rock. He could sing songs like Fat Bottom Girls and I Want It All. Those type of songs. You can see Roger Taylor kind of take vocals. He could sing that kind of rock scream. It reminded me like early like Judas Priest type rock sound. To
okay.
That.
Yeah. And obviously with a band where the choral vocals is such a key part of the song, they all have to be able to sing and sing well. So yeah, that's kind of.
I love that song. That was I'm a rock guy, man. It's just a good. I just love that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know. It's great. Well, you want to keep going, or you want to take part 2? You want to keep going?
What time is it? Yeah, let's keep going. All
right. Let's just knock it out then. We're going to go flip the LP over again. Everyone listening at home, flip your LP over. This is now the Freddie side. He writes all the song. And he does share lead vocals with Roger on another song here.
Ogre Battle.
Yeah, here you go. Give me your ogre from Lord of the Rings. What is it?
Wait, ain't nothing but spaghetti bread for 3 sticky days.
Yeah, there you go. See? I love it. That's good. Oh, a little rewind or... What the hell?
It's like Muse.
Ooh, what the?
What a surprising side too.
Now once upon a time an old man sold me a fable. When the piper is gone and the soup is cold in the table.
This is how Freddie holds those notes really quickly. It's crazy.
Find a new destination. That is the sign. Come tonight. Come to the other side. Come to Ogre Battle. He gives a great big cry and he can swallow up the ocean. With a mighty tiny catches flies in the palm of a hand, incredible size. One great big eye has a focus in your direction. Now the battle is on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Come tonight. Come to the other side. Come to Ogre Battle fight.
Wow, this is fun.
Oh yeah.
Holy smoke.
The old goat must stay inside the two-way mirror mountain. You gotta keep them right out of sight. You can't see in, but they can't see out. Keep a lookout.
Okay.
Wow. That was...
To me, that's like as good or maybe better than even Bohemian Rhapsody. Like I know I know that'll
Yeah,
just
I know.
anger. Like, oh, but no, it's such a class. But to me, that's
I'm bored
the
of
kind,
that song. I'm sorry, I'm bored of that song.
right?
Yeah.
But like, if you and I had lived through the '70s and we were listening to Queen and we really liked that song, and we had an 8-track on your vehicle, right?
Yeah.
That would be the song we'd be banging our heads to and know all the words and sing along with, right?
Well, that's what I was thinking, because you and I, we listened to back when we were like, we listened again the greatest hits. We weren't wholly unfamiliar with them, but we were new to their stuff. But already it was then old, if that makes sense. So if we were listening to them in the '90s, they were. I remember Freddie Mercury's tribute concert when for his passing. I mean, I heard songs during that tribute show that I'd never heard before on stage performed by other artists, right? So very unfamiliar with Queen growing up, but anyways, had I shown you this song, like let's say when we were both 15 or 16, hey Nathan, you gotta check out this Ogre Battle song.
Yeah.
We would have loved it. Like
We would have laughed along and loved it and memorized it and.
But we missed this whole album. Like we just, But we're doing it now. Thanks to our Patreon, Murdoch. Thanks, man. I mean, that was so much fun. That this is ripping. This again I know Who was big back then as well. I call this like the heavy metal Who. This is like if the Who were a little bit more metal. I can almost see them doing this type of song.
Yep.
And it's not a slight on the Who, and it's also not a like Queen's ripping them off. But this again, this is the music of the time, right? So there's bands that. Just like today, there's pop stars or bands that sound like other bands. It's kind of hard to tell who's who sometimes because it's just in the air of who's creating music. But this is like the heavy metal version. This is probably their answer to the Who. Say we're heavier than.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's we're a heavy Who band.
Yeah, and all of those like high like choral vocals that you hear from a lot of their other songs. It's all here. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
It's interesting to think that this was an album that was sort of passed over, like. That particular song, just that last one we just listened to, I'm like, that's a classic. Like that should be. I can't believe that it kind of got passed over. So,
we should also note. I always like to know people's ages. So, Freddie Mercury died when he was 45. Nathan.
Oh, really?
We're older than Freddie was.
Oh,
that's so young.
Yeah.
Because I don't think of myself as old, but he died at the age of 45.
Yeah.
That's it.
No, that's
man, so freaking frustrating. Yeah. That's a guy that would have performed easily till his 70. I mean, Steven Tyler's still singing in his 70s. I can imagine Freddie Mercury would have.
And forgive my ignorance. He did die of AIDS, right?
Yeah, it was AIDS. Yeah.
Okay.
It was complications from the AIDS virus. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Like AIDS doesn't kill you.
No, I know.
But the common cold will kill you, is what it is.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's too bad. It sucks. It sucks. Yeah. All right. All right. So the next one is what now? Sorry, that was
it's the Fairy Feller's Masterstroke. Yeah. I'm not gonna.
What do you say?
What do you say? What do you say? Stroke.
Yeah, I'm sure Freddie didn't do any master stroking with anybody. Or he was the master stroke. It doesn't matter.
He's a fairy feller.
Well, you can't say that.
That's the first line of the song.
Hints at that Broadway style of performing. Wow. This is vocal range here, man.
Yeah.
That's probably the gayest line in rock history. Very dandy, tickling the fancy. That might be the gayest line in history.
they say what a queer fellow?
Yeah. What a great bass line.
Soldier, sailor, tinker, tailor, blind boy, waiting to hear the sound. And the archmagician presides, he is the leader. Run at Titania, watched by a ferryman. There was the queen and there's a good about the ferryman. Come to say hello. Very dandy, tickling the fancy of his lady friend. What a query fellow.
Query film.
The hustler stands with hands on his knees. Come on, Mr. Fella, crack it open if you please.
What the hell was that song about? I didn't understand a word he said. Nothing made sense in that song.
Okay, well, let me just.
Sure.
There's another short song here we're about to do. But before we get to it, I just wanted to say, like, if anything, I mean, I know that's a weird song, but
Yes.
here's Queen on display, really. Like,
Right. Yes. Exactly. This is
we
them
went
saying
from like heavy metal to this, which is like that's why I think this particular album is, like I say, it's a lost gem, really, because it's showcasing just how talented they were. You know, and I don't know how popular they were at this point, but if anything,
I don't know if they were definitely a touring band, but were they selling out stadiums? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know the answer to that, but it sure feels like somebody who has a head on their shoulders, not just some idiot that's like, Queen. Like, if you would have listened to what they had to say and then listened to the music and then put aside your morals, whatever, you would have heard that these guys are like incredibly talented. Yeah.
Yeah, you said it all very well. Query is referring to inquiry or query. It's legally drafting something. So the questioning, it's not in reference, of course, to Mercury's sexuality. But I believe,
isn't it a pun though? Like,
no, he might have been, but Roger Taylor, the drummer, said it had nothing to do with that.
Oh.
I mean, not that Roger would have no reason to say that. Because of course the band was very accepted of Freddie's life. It's just that had nothing. It just happens to sound the same. Anyways, it's based on a painting that Freddie Mercury saw called "The Fairy Feller's Master Stroke" at the Tate Gallery in London. So the fantasy-based lyrics make direct reference to the characters and vignettes detailed in the painting. And there's a companion poem. So, but there's like characters and lines and words that I don't know what the hell you're saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Acid-induced like song type thing.
Okay.
All right, I'll be right back. I'll edit this out. Fridge is open. It's beeping.
I'm gonna just pause for now. There.
Okay. Sorry, the wife. Becky got the fridge. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Nevermore.
Yeah, that was a fun. I also want to say this is also hinting at. I don't. We haven't heard the first album by Queen, but this is hinting at what Queen became very, very famous for, and I think it's a very Freddie Mercury thing, that Broadway-esque type. Like, of course, made famous Bohemian Rhapsody, but the idea of mixing these vocals are all over the place, high, low, overlaying. It's just, it's like the song is like a production. It almost feels like we're watching a stage production with like 100 people. They have an amazing ability to create, like, one song feels like 100 people are doing it.
Yeah. If anything, it's really reinforcing for me that Bohemian Rhapsody was not this like one-hit wonder by any stretch of the imagination. If anything, all of the seeds were there well before that song came out, and if anything, it makes me feel quite ignorant to what existed before that. So yeah, it's really cool.
And he was 28 at the time, Freddie.
28?
28.
Okay.
And he was with his female partner at the time, with Mary Austin, from 1970 to 76. So at the very least, he wasn't publicly out, but I know, anyway, he was with a woman at the time, but for 6 years anyways. Yeah, interesting. Okay. All right. That's, of course, Freddie on the keyboard.
The seas have gone dry and the rain stopped falling listen to the breeze. Whisper to me, please. Don't send me to the path of nevermore. Even the valleys below, where the rays of the sun were so warm and tender, now haven't anything to grow. Can't you see? Why did you have to leave me? Why did you deceive me? Send me to the path of nevermore. When you say you didn't love me anymore.
Wow.
That's actually quite beautiful.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
It sucks it's so short, but this is basically what they packed in 80 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
A lot of like read between some of the lines and some of those lines, and it's kind of sad actually. Yeah. There's no living in my life anymore. Seas have gone dry and the rain stopped falling. Please don't you cry anymore, can't you see? It's like, not that necessarily this is about him not coming out, but it sure feels like there's a lot of, stuff packed into those lyrics that gives you a glimpse into perhaps what he was living,
Yeah, it says here that it was a short ballad written by Mercury about feelings after a breakup. And that there was no synthesizer in this song. Anything that sounded like that was actually the plucking of the piano strings.
Oh,
There you go.
interesting. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So the March of the Black Queen. So we had the
Oh.
White Queen. Was that the first one? Was the White Queen? Now it's the
Yeah.
Black Queen. Okay. I feel like this is going to be some sort of epic-like song,
This is the last.
No.
Why don't you mean it? Why do I follow you? And where do you go?
I don't know what the lyrics are. That's weird. They don't match
Yeah,
the.
they don't
Oh,
match.
well.
Never seen nothing like it, no, never in your life. Like going up to heaven and then coming back alive. Let me tell you all about it. So allow it. Give me a little time to choose. What a baby singing in a Lilliput delight. Blue animal kiss, rain in the dead. Here comes the Black Queen, walking in the fire. Fight for the Black Queen, marching single file. Take this, take that, bring them down to size. Put him in the cellar with a natty bar. A little nigga sugar, then a rubber dubber, baby. Like on, everything the nail and tell me when it began. Make this, make that, keep making all that noise. Never get a belly full. You can be my sugar, baby, you can be my honey child.
Wow.
Oh, what a change there. Church bells.
Freddie's just pounding those keyboards. this song, eh?
Yeah.
Behind me reminds me that at your wings you are an angel. Remember to deliver with the speed of light. A little bit of love. Everything you do bears a will and a why and a wherefore. A little bit of love and joy in each and every soul lies a man very slow to see and discover. But even till the end of his life, he'll bring a little love.
Roger Taylor, the drummer, singing that part.
Yeah.
That's cool. That rocket part. Ooh, this is a freaking amazing song, man.
Yeah.
It's like a piano go there.
Yeah.
I love that piano, man. I'm sorry.
Oh. Great solo.
Little hint of Bohemian Rhapsody there.
A little, yeah.
Yeah, nothing really matters. Do you hear that a little bit?
Yeah,
It came in there.
totally. Okay. Holy cow.
Wow, jeez.
That's an epic song. I was thinking about. I wonder if Queen is sort of the mother of. They're the mother of a lot of bands and songs and genres, but I
Right.
wonder if they're the origin of rock opera. You know.
Yeah, I don't know if other bands were doing like who if it wasn't Queen, who was doing this rock opera type, Broadway type storytelling, like
But I guess mostly throughout all of that, like there's so many good things about that. At the end of it, I could listen to Freddie Mercury's voice all day. Like he's got such a great voice, and there's some artists that sing where you're like, that's a good voice. You know, it's nice. It's nice to hear it, or it fits with the music, whatever. But even him alone, like without anything else, his voice, it's just easy to listen to. So
well, it's almost unfair that Queen got Freddie.
right.
Yeah, I don't know how.
Right.
Like, imagine if Freddie was the singer for whatever band. The guy, it's insane what he can do, and not just his singing ability. He was just so cool. Like his presence on stage, the way he swaggered, the way he just did not give a flying F about what anyone thought, or like he just lived his life.
Yeah.
and just like full of talent and smiled, and that the big goofy grin that he has, and just like I don't know. I know he had his own demons, like we all do, his own human frailties or issues. But at the end of the day, when it comes to being a performer and just being on stage and just I don't know, he was well loved by obviously millions for a reason. Yeah, this is sad now to listen to this in some ways, just those terms. But yes, Steven, you're right in our Discord. He was a genius in every sense of the word. It's an absolute. I don't know. How would you be able to piece this together? Like, could you ever? I'm going to write a song today.
I'm gonna do it in the style of Queen, and I'm gonna try and it's like,
and then sing my overlay vocals and high and the low and piano playing. It's just like I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they do it. I don't get it.
no.
But
No,
I love it, and it's for me to enjoy, not figure out how to make. So that does amazing. We never knew this song till today. This has been sitting around forever.
Yeah. It's just crazy to
you're
think
kind
that.
of off screen. You're like this, Nathan.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
All right, let's.
I got one more thing I wanted to say.
Yeah, what do you got to say about it now?
And I just wanted to say it right over here. Yeah. Sorry.
It's okay.
I'm kind of talking around my microphone and
I don't know. I put mine right. I don't care.
yeah. I got one more thing to say.
Yeah.
I wanted to say, and now I've forgotten it. I don't remember.
Okay. All right. Let's go.
Let's
What's
just-
this one called? Funny how everything is just
Funny how love
Yeah,
is.
funny how.
I guess what I want to say is that like this is the last song, right? This is like
No, it's the second last song.
I just thought that was like building to the last song for some
No,
reason.
the last song is the one song I think I've heard before. I don't know why. I don't know why I've heard that. Maybe it's on a greatest hits package on the third one, which is like the one I haven't heard the most. Or
Like I'm anticipating the last song, like almost like I don't want it to be the last. That's why I was like, oh, good. So there's two more. That's good. I'm happy to hear that there's two more.
I got a prediction for this one because that was a big bombastic. I think this one's gonna be a little bit more subdued.
Ballady?
Maybe.
Okay.
Not ballady, but just less complicated, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Sure. Funny.
So it kind of goes right into the song, eh? Interesting. Oh, I love that slow singing with the fast, like. Very different here, doesn't he?
Very different. Already going to the outro.
Another long fade out. I was right about being less complicated, but even a less complicated Queen song has a lot going on.
Yeah. Very less complicated lyrically.
But it's a fun little
Musically,
ditty.
yeah.
I loved it. Sorry, go on.
It's a happy song. It's kind of
Yeah, it makes me feel good. It's like, love is good. This is like,
Which is-
love is all. This is the rock version of "Love Was All You Need" type song. Right?
Yeah, Queen has that great ability, I would say, of being like having some songs that really do like lift you up and make you feel happy. And yeah, there's another example.
Yeah, I just want to say too that I liked how I love the guitar strumming was fast, like it's a fast tempo to the acoustic strumming, but Freddie's vocal work was slow behind it, kind of like that. But it was like a yeah. I like that. That's a fun, nice little song. Now it's a song that you probably would tire of easier than some of the other songs, but for a first time listen after that big, March of the Black Queen song, because there's so much going on, there's so much to digest. This is kind of like, okay, this kind of brings you back down again. So now the Seven Seas of Rye, I don't remember. I just know I swear. Okay, tell me if I'm right. Or I think the chorus is like Seven Seas of Rye. It's like fast. Like I don't know.
I don't know it at all. Maybe
I don't know.
I'll recognize it when I hear it.
Is it the song that? No, it's not that song. There's a song that's called that has "Sail Away, Sweet Sister." I don't think that's this song. I don't know what song that one is. Okay. Anyways, go.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
Yeah. This is another kind of very kind of who like influence here. You may have heard it too, but this is a fun song. It's coming back right now.
Yeah, I think I've heard it.
I command your very souls, you unbelievers. Before me, what is mine? The seven seas arrive.
Yeah, see, the Seven Seas of Rye. I knew it was kind of a quick little chorus. Yeah.
Hear me, you bids and pretty counselors. I stand before you naked to the eyes. I will destroy any man who dares abuse my trust. I swear that you'll be mine. The seven seas arrive. I'll take you to the seven seas around.
It's like a shanty.
Yeah. Wow, what an album.
Oh,
I mean,
I'm sad that it's over.
we're gonna do this in two parts, but we decided, no, let's just keep going. I was not bored or like, no, bored isn't right. Sometimes when we do album reviews, we do it in two parts because there's a lot to take in. Because you're basically reacting to song after song after song after song, so you kind of let's take a step back. But this was an album where I was feeling invigorated and fresh with every song, and wanted to hear how they're gonna not top the next song, but like what are they gonna do next? Like this is every song was unique, but sounded like it belonged on the album.
Yeah, interesting that last song is because I think that was on my greatest hits CD. I think
That's what
that
Murdoch
last
was
song.
saying. But
And-
why did I didn't listen to it very much. I don't know why.
No, I
'cause
think I usually would skip it. I hear the little piano in the beginning. I was like, "Oh, that's cool," and then I listened to the first little bit, and then I might have skipped it. And so what's interesting is there's other songs on there that I wouldn't have skipped. And that last song, while it's memorable, it's kind of like it's not as good as the other songs in this album. Which was great that we got to hear the whole thing. I think that's what I'm really taking away from this is that we got to hear the whole album. There's a couple of songs on there that I'm going back to and listening to again, or at least adding to my various playlists because I like. Queen to me is not. It's not that it's a safe band to listen to. It's a band that I'm not gonna usually skip a song from Queen especially when it's a good song that I really enjoy, and there's some songs in there that need to be on my playlist. That's kind of what I'm taking from this.
good.
Yeah. All right. Well, if you like this stuff, if you like what
Well,
we've been doing,
I gotta get my closer. I gotta. Damn, what are you doing? What are you doing? You shut me out. I gotta get my. Anyways, this album it's a rock album. It's very little kind of opera because they had that's coming up later with their Bohemian Rhapsody album. But
right.
this is like a really good rock album and almost reminds me of like a garage rock or bar rock, but professionally done with kind of a low sound quality soundboard. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but you see all these pieces that are coming to place in this early days that, just in a couple of years, they're going to be huge. They're going to be on top of the world with Bohemian Rhapsody. But I love this early, they're tampering with stuff right now. They're tinkering and tampering and throwing everything at the wall, and they're seeing what sticks. And I love it. It's just unabashed rock and roll. They're all in their 20s. It's just, I don't know, that raw energy. They're still hungry. They're still not Queen yet, I don't think, with this they only have one album behind them, so I don't think that one album put them in the world stratosphere. I don't think that was the album. So this is only their sophomore effort. So this is them still going, hey guys, not that we have to, but we can do more, we can get bigger. And I think that's what we're seeing here is that growth of more. And yeah. I could
really
be wrong,
makes
though.
me curious about that. The first album is. I'd have no idea what songs are on that album that I would recognize.
I think I saw really quickly. I think the only song that we by title that I recognize. No, just don't worry. I'll edit this accordingly. So the first album was called Queen, and it was released in '73. So just the year before this one. Almost there. There was one song title I think you and I know from their greatest hits. Keep Yourself Alive. I think you know that song. Keep Yourself. We know that song. You heard that song.
Yeah.
You think, oh yeah. It was on their great. Pretty sure.
It doesn't sound familiar to me, but yeah, maybe you're right. I'd have to hear it.
I think if you heard the chorus, you would. Oh yeah, that. I think the first time I may have heard it was probably the Freddie Mercury concert tribute. Okay. Anyways, thank you so much, Murdoch. This was an absolute pleasure. If you'd like us to react, because it's not just reactions. I think Nathan and I like to we do our review of the album. So if you want us to react and review an album, hit us up on Patreon and or Patreon. Thank you so much. Thank you, Murdoch, and video.
Yeah, what he said.